You've heard of a doula, right? Right? Birth doula, postpartum doula, bereavement doula. You've heard? Yes. No? Kinda? Let me help you out. My name is Erica Lane. I am a certified birth doula in Columbus, Ohio. So you may have heard the term doula and trying to figure out what it is, what we do, if you should have a doula, if you're pregnant, and much more. So if you've had those questions, I am here to help. And if for some reason I don't answer a question that you are burning to ask, please feel free to drop it in the comments and I will answer it. And if you can consider liking this video and subscribing, that would be great, as I am trying to grow my channel. So a doula is a trained professional who provides support to clients and their families during the most intricate moment of their life. So that's during childbirth. So typically during pregnancy, labor, and then shortly postpartum. So there are 3 types of doulas that I'm going to focus on today. That would be birth doula, postpartum doula, and bereavement doula. So birth doulas are typically hired about 20-ish weeks or so, depending on the person. They may want to doula earlier, and there are actually some full spectrum doulas who kind of do everything. They do like the birth, postpartum, all the jazz. They even go back to fertility. So they may be walking with clients through their fertility journey, providing emotional support. So there's that type of doula as well. But most people, they will hire their doula around 20 something weeks. I am on average hired about 22 weeks. So they've done their anatomy scan. Their baby seems to be perfectly healthy. So they're eager to go ahead and finalize the rest of their pregnancy, and that includes hiring their doula. So let's say I'm hired at 22 weeks. For what I do is about 25 weeks, we will go over their birth plan. We will formulate the birth plan, go into details as to what should be on that birth plan, and make sure that we're not missing anything, and educating the client on what's needed, what's not, what should be a part of the plan, and what's they've heard from their friends or their family. And I'm like, that's not really that important. Let's maybe focus on something else. We kind of navigate through that process. We also give them questions on what to ask their medical provider. And some of these questions may not be something that they're thinking of. What are their views on induction? What are their views on episiotomies? Because doctors really shouldn't be providing episiotomies, but we'll get to that in another video. But these are questions that you need to be asking your provider, especially what is their thoughts on inductions. Also, a lot of doulas are childbirth educators. So when someone hires me as their doula, they're not only getting me as their birth doula, they're also getting me as their childbirth educator, as I provide an intense 3-hour childbirth education course on everything. We start from the anatomy all the way through postpartum. So a lot of doulas in my area also offer the same thing. So that is an added bonus. You don't have to go to find a childbirth education course. It is included in your package. Then we are on call for you at 38 weeks, meaning 38 weeks, you got me. You need me, you got me. So, I'm not going out of town. I'm not scheduling vacation. I'm not doing things when you are due, because I want to be available when you need me during labor. Of course, we are there during your labor. We are providing comfort measures. We are going over things to help you relax. Some doulas have TENS unit that they can bring, which can help with kind of tricking your brain into the pain that you're experiencing. We will help advocate for you at the hospital. So if the staff is trying to push things on you, we can help you navigate through that process. And sometimes it's easier to do when you have someone there that is supporting you. Whether that's like, if you want to push on all fours and the nurses and your doctors are like, no, we want you pushing on your back. As your doula, we will help advocate for you to get what you want, as long as it's not putting you or the baby at risk. We also provide postpartum support. This may look like 1 or 2 visits because a lot of birth doulas may not be postpartum doulas. So during that 1 to 2 visits, we're helping with breastfeeding, we're helping with newborn care, and we are checking for any signs of baby blues or postpartum depression. And if there are signs present, we will connect you with resources in your area. Should you hire a doula? Absolutely. I don't care if this is your first baby or your fifth baby. Every pregnancy is different, every experience is different, and it's so good to have someone that's going to walk this journey with you and help you navigate all decisions that you need to make. We also have bereavement doulas, and I'm also a bereavement doula. So bereavement doula is someone who is going to be hired to navigate a loss. So there are bereavement doulas who or get called because parents go to the hospital because they may feel lack of movement. There's no heartbeat. So they will call a bereavement doula in for support. Or you do go to that 20-week anatomy scan and you find out that your baby has some sort of genetic disorder where they're not going to survive birth or survive long after birth. They may hire a bereavement doula over a regular birth doula to provide that extra emotional support. So a bereavement doula is there just mainly for emotional support and helping you, even though your child's life is going to be short-lived, helping you make sure their life is lived to the fullest. Then you have your postpartum doulas. I'm also a postpartum doula. Postpartum doulas it's more of a structured environment. So they come in shifts. You have your overnight doulas and then you have your day doulas. So your overnight doulas are going to come in, whether that's like a 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. shift or 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. shift, whatever that looks like for you and your family and the doula. They're coming in, they're helping you get rest. They're helping with newborn care. They are helping get the baby to latch properly. They are coming in doing light housework, whether that's, making sure the kitchen is cleaned up, or they're washing bottles, or they're washing pump parts. They are helping you navigate postpartum. And that is how many days you want, how many nights you want. That's literally up to you and your doula, what that looks like. So postpartum doulas are great. I wish I had a postpartum doula. It just really is a sigh of relief for exhausted parents. So you kind of navigate what that looks like. So if you want someone to come in during days, like I like to do days. So a 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. shift, that's me. I teach in the evenings, but there are a lot of doulas who want the overnights because they don't want other siblings awake. They don't want the dog awake. They don't want the parents awake. They just want to be with the baby. And that's fine. So it's whatever you want as the client and whatever the doula prefers to run their business. So there's a lot more than I can say, but I'm already 7 minutes in. So if you've stayed this long, I really appreciate it. But I can maybe make a part 2, or if you have specific questions about being a doula or even becoming a doula, I can answer those questions as well. But thank you for staying with me. I hope you learned something from this video. Again, please like this video, subscribe, share with someone, and I'm happy to be on this journey with you. Thanks.